Good morning, and apologies for the morning cough, but it is the People's Champion here, and I'm in nerd mode because today we are doing a Q&A session. Or rather, I'm doing the answers to the Q&A session that I posted yesterday, so let's get right into it. Unfortunately, I do have to apologize. My voice may be a little muffled owing to the fact that, got ulcer on my tongue. Oh my god, it hurts. But anyway, even if I have that, that's not going to stop me because I value what I do. Alright, let's get into this. Here we are. Okay. Now, you guys might not be able to see very well because I've chosen not to expand it that much, but I'll read it for you because this is just for my own reference. Also, wait, can I expand it further? Oh, holy shit, I can. Okay, so the reason I did it like this is because I didn't want to have something where I'm constantly like checking in stuff or taking screenshots and then putting up image by image. Nah, faster this way. So John Drowsdale asks, what the hell are Omnicells? I have no clue. So I said, well, you should probably watch my information video, but just to explain to people who may not have a clue what Omnicells are, if you guys go to your mailbox, now maybe you guys didn't receive the mail or maybe you didn't read the mail, Omnicells are going to be a new craftable gear that will provide a wide range of build options to let you strategize around your preferred playstyle, as well as plan for specific encounters. Alright? To further balance combat with the launch of Omnicells, we've changed a number of other cells and increased attack speed for each weapon. Omnicells are imbued with both a passive and active effect. Alright? And they will replace the lantern tap button. Okay, important. Now, there'll be 3 Omnicells on release. Bastion, which will increase all incoming shields. Dealing damage has a chance to grant a stacking health shield. Alright? Your active will be that you leap forward and slam into the ground, consuming all shields in a blast of energy that deals damage to nearby targets relative to the amount of shields consumed. Iceborne. Increase your maximum health, grants lifesteal and reduced damage. Taking damage reduces the cooldown of its active ability. Active would be to throw an ice lance that does frost damage, deals double damage if thrown at full health. Grants ice armor, providing additional lifesteal and prevents you from being staggered. Very powerful. Discipline. Critical strike chance and damage increased. Incoming healing is reduced. Reaching max stacks of Flaming Fist makes you disciplined, increasing your critical strike chance by a large amount for a period of time, but also increases the damage received. When discipline ends, stacks are cleared. Perform a quick parry punch that deals blaze damage. This is your active skill. Parrying an attack does extra damage and grants a stack of Flaming Fist, giving additional critical strike damage. This can stack 4 times. Okay, so that's the Omnicells in a nutshell, and we hope that that helps you understand them because, like I said, it was all covered in the mail. Y'all should have read it by now. Y'all should have seen the info vids by now. If you're not watching the info vids, don't just subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification because we always put out information as soon as we get our hands on it. Okay? Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. All right, let's move on. Andronix shared his build and also unfortunately did something not cool, but I'll explain that later. So Beast Kid King 54 asks, this is more of a favor than a question, but on the day before the update, at the very end of that day, could you use every weapon in the training grounds and do 1 combo on every weapon with no cells at all? Just raw weapon base damage and keep track of the DPS for each. I'm curious to know how much is the attack increase for all weapons. If it's increased by the same number or different for each, it's a big favor and you don't have to do it. I can just do it myself and tell you what I find. I said the increase is for attack and not attack speed, my dude. Sorry, for attack speed, not attack, my dude. And he says, not disagreeing with you, I meant to say that if you record it twice before and after the change, the DPS should be higher after the update, even though it's the same damage since it's faster, which is correct. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Then Andranik responded that no one really cares about base damage. This kind of info isn't really useful, so just get the info yourself, and I wouldn't suggest caring about it at all. That is the part that is not fucking cool. Do not... I hope none of the people that I work with or that visit my YouTube will ever do this. Don't speak on my behalf. Don't. As leader of the Dumb Squad and as the content creator of the fucking channel, I decide what I do. Okay? Don't ever speak on my behalf. You do that, you're gonna get banned from the channel. Period. Okay? Period. So this is a warning to anybody out there. Do not ever speak on my behalf. Do not ever tell anybody what is useful and what is not useful. If somebody wants something, they're gonna need it. Okay? So what I actually responded to him today was, oh, I see what you mean. We will do so if we have time. Our first priority will be to get a build out for every single weapon type and then to work on trials and heroic escalations. But if we have time for this, we'll make an attempt on it. I can easily do the before stuff. It just depends on whether we can do the after stuff. But you have my word that I'll attempt it if possible, and we will. And I told him straight up, yo, dude, be nice to people. If somebody wants something, they care about it, even if no one else does. I will at least attempt to fulfill what people want because I'm the people's champion. Dude's just asking, and it's all right to ask. Alright, so I hope nobody will speak on my behalf ever again, because that is the wrongest thing you can do to your content creator. Okay, I decide. It's my channel. I decide. Okay, let's talk about it. Almira Yandi asks, okay, 2 simple questions. Is Omnicells can get early by newbies? Is Omnicells beginner friendly? So basically, he wants to know, obviously he's not fully English speaking, but that's okay. He just wants to know whether or not they'll be beginner friendly. And I said, of course, I cannot answer those questions now, but I'll address them in tomorrow's video. We will tell everybody how to get Omnicells on July 8th. So on the update day, I'll be crafting Bastion live, and I'll be explaining in a quick video how to get your Omnicells, what you need to do, things like that. Iceborne and Discipline will be given automatically, so I won't be able to craft them, unfortunately, but Discipline will be obtainable through the trial store, same as it is now. So, you know, just so you know. Okay? And I hope that that helps plenty of people as well, who might be asking the same questions, but they're definitely going to be newbie friendly because I think they're going to be a key component of your playstyle. It's going to be very important. It's practically like, almost like having your own subclass. Okay. Eternal Shadow asks, how would you modify Ardent Cyclone to make it less OP? And sometimes I glitch Dauntless and have an infinite loop until I get down or leave the match. Basically what I answered, long story short, I said that Ardent Cyclone is not really overpowered. But what I would do if it was really considered overpowered would be to set a time limit on the spin. So you would spin for 10 seconds regardless. That could be one way of reducing its OP-ness. But what I would say is that Ardent Cyclone is not OP at all. Okay, let's talk about it. Nobody gets top trial timings with Ardent Cyclone. Or at least not that I've seen. Top trial timing, Avenging Overdrive. That's what everybody uses. So, if we're going to talk about OP, it's not. It's just a very beginner-friendly special that is very useful for farming gear. Or for farming behemoths, or for farming XP, whatever you want to call it. Even for farming gear, it's not that great because you cannot direct it all the damage at one part. So honestly, it's just used to get levels fast. So I don't think it's OP in that sense at all. It's just a tool. It's just a tool in your toolbox. A powerful tool, but it only serves a specific purpose, which is getting XP. I've never used it to get parts or anything like that. I just use it to clear, you know, that kind of thing. All right. Anyway, next is Travis Stockton. He asks, are Rift Stalker weapons the weapons that are going to refund the Aether Hearts used for power surging them? I can't remember which weapons are the ones I was told to surge for free, basically. Okay, so just to cover this, and some other content creators have covered it as well, I will speak on this matter. It says that you will be refunded Aether Hearts for weapons and armor whose perks are changing. The perks that are confirmed to change are obviously Wild Frenzy, Rage, Iceborne, because the 50% thing is no longer happening. Okay, because Discipline will no longer be a thing. Overpower is unconfirmed. I do not know if it is changing. I have heard it is changing, but again, I cannot confirm. What I can guarantee is Wild Frenzy, Rage, Iceborne, which is plenty of gear already. Go change that stuff if you need to. I've searched almost all that stuff, so every Rift Stalker weapon, probably a good idea to search. Every Rage-based piece of things, so your Shroud Helm, your Shroud Top, you know, a lot of the Boreal stuff, a lot of the Nashor stuff. That's what you gotta do, okay? No, sorry, a lot of Boreal stuff. I can't. Nashor was Rage Hunter. Sorry about that. And yeah, Iceborne would be some of the Scrave stuff, and definitely the Boreal boots. Okay, hopefully that helps. Next. Are repeaters weaker with Omnicells? I know they're getting a refresh, but I like having machine guns. What I'll say is that, if anything, they're going to be stronger with Omnicells. Because the refresh is happening later down the line. Instead, repeaters are going to have an increase in attack speed, which translates to more damage. So if anything, your machine guns are getting better. And when Omnicells do come out, how are you going to play those machine guns? Up to you. Maybe discipline might be the first thing we use with repeaters, because parry is a good idea. Being able to parry is a fucking good idea. Just saying, you know. But anyway, that is also a thing. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Vince Dorado says, we can only use one Omnicell in every build, right? Yes. And this was just praise. Thank you, Nicholas, by the way, for the compliment. Okay, Blue asks, my question is if the Skarn weapon will keep their unique effect, and if they do without a cap, and it stacks with Bastion, and also if Iceborne and Bastion or Bastion are better with Tenacious and Galvanized. I'll tell you straight off the bat. This I can answer straight off the bat. Galvanized is going to be ideally used with Bastion. We'll have to see whether the cap is a general cap. I would like to see it on the day when it's released. But we will answer this question on the day it's released, for sure. Make sure you tune into Omnimania on July 8th if you want to get an answer firsthand, because that's when we'll be doing everything. And then, next important thing is that Galvanized, like I said, will be suited for Bastion. But Tenacious is going to be across the board. Why? Tenacious will be giving you damage based on your current health. How much Bastion eats into your current health to turn into a regenerating shield is going to be important, because as far as I can tell, okay, and this is because some people answered, okay, this mail came out way before the Ask Me Anything session, but Bastion is supposed to be such that it increases all incoming shields, and dealing damage has a chance to grant a stacking health shield. Okay, this means that in the case of Bastion, okay, there were some people have like confirmed, but I don't know if they're related to Dauntless, so they could just be some content creator with the wrong idea or talking shit. But they said that Bastion would reduce your health and then give you like a regenerating shield or something like that. So if that's the case, Galvanized would obviously be the right option. Tenacious may not. But with Iceborne and most other builds, Tenacious is going to be a thing because you will always have a current health. How you choose to sustain that is up to you. Alright? Or maybe you won't choose to sustain that. Maybe you'll choose to just be flawless. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, I think that what's important... Sorry. Wrong way pointing because the camera's reversed. I think that, honest to God, Bastion would be 100% with Galvanized. Galvanized would be working only with Bastion. It is unlikely to work with Iceborne unless you're going to use the Skarn's weapon. Whether or not the shields stack, they most likely do, but again, we'll have to see whether the cap is a general cap or each individual thing has its cap, because then if you wanted each individual thing to have its cap, you would reach the highest potential crit rate by doing Fortress, Bastion, and then Skarn. So then you could have some crazy shit going on. I mean, that's what I would do if that were the case. But anyway, we'll see, right? Next. Okay, Master Yoda, I hope I've answered most of your questions through this, because you were confused about Omnicells and stuff. Ishmael asks, he started Dauntless 3 days ago. Any tips? And any tips for what to do? Because there's going to be changes. I said, well, the easiest tips, and I hope everybody's following them. Power Surge gear containing the changing perks like Wild Frenzy, Rage, Iceborne. And then the next important thing is to continue surging and be prepared for Omnicells. So clear as much of your Slayer path as possible and just get ready to rumble. Nocturno said that they've been enjoying the Discipline Iceborne cells. They're going to be changed. And they're going to be going back to the People's Champ roots. So, oh, he doesn't have any questions. Okay, thank you, dude. I will keep up the good content. Yobama Official just says, Which Omnicell do you think will be the most useful? Okay. You honestly asked me that question. I'm going to give you an honest answer. I think that Iceborne is going to be the cell of the people. Iceborne, okay, the way I see it in my mind, Iceborne, Tenacious, Berserker, most likely paired with Adrenaline, or they would do a Pulse Cunning. Pulse Cunning. Pulse Cunning. That, I think, is looking like the biggest snack attack ever. Tenacious for your baseline damage, and with Iceborne, you'll be able to keep it up. Berserker, because you get more max health, you'll be reducing max health anyway. They might throw a toughness in there if they really need it, if they find that their Iceborne is not keeping up. And for the additional damage on Tenacious. Definitely sticking Cunning and Pulse in there at the same time would give it even more Spellblade, Dual Wield, Rapid Fire power. And then possibly Evasive Fury. I would at least make room for one Evasive Fury. If I could. Yeah. That's pretty stacked out already, so I'm predicting something like that for one of my first early builds. It's probably going to be a Smokelicious Smokefest. Alright, so now some other people ask questions. What type of build are you going to roll for? Me personally, I'm looking at Bastion actually, because I kind of like the jump into combat kind of thing. Combat leaps are my thing. They're my jam. If you see me playing the Reckless Leap over the past few days, combat leaps are my thing. They are my jam. They are what I do for a living. So combat leaps on Bastion, probably going to be my thing. That way I don't have to always play the pike. I can just into combat anytime I like, you know. Barbarian style, you know, like the barbarians in Diablo 3. Oh. Okay. Next is when the escalation comes out on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it? And my full health shield build, is it still going to be good? Well, I will definitely be remaking a lot of builds. Full health are kind of going to be the thing. So a full health shield build might definitely be viable. But the heroic escalation we will assess probably on Friday. We may not be able to assess it on Thursday itself because we'll be working so hard on the builds. Unless we finish all the builds like super fast. We get all 7 builds out within the day. It really depends. It really depends. We cannot answer that honestly right now, but we will attempt to. Okay, so we will definitely put out a video on how difficult it is. Okay, will Skarn's weapons keep their unique effect? And if they do, without a cap, stack Sebastian. Okay, I actually answered this already because I think they asked it separately. Kevin Espinal asks, how are you? I'm doing good, buddy. How are you? FHDM asks, is Twin Suns the best repeater or normal with the legendary? Okay, the way I answered this question, honest to God, the legendary on the normal repeaters is better, only because the elemental damage cannot be ignored. The power boost that you get from having an elemental advantage over a behemoth is huge. It cannot be ignored. But is the Twin Suns the best repeater? In my honest opinion, yes, because it's the most fucking fun. The Twin Sun style should actually be how repeaters were designed to begin with. Just that you should be able to add elements to what the Twin Suns is, because being able to have that extra dodge and stuff makes you feel like a fucking Gundam. And also, the repeaters don't have a baseline perk, which hurts your builds. Because not only do they not have prismatics, they don't have a baseline perk either. It hurts. So, honest to God, Twin Suns are doing way better. And they are much more fun to play. They do not have an elemental they do not have an elemental advantage. But they're still the best repeater in my opinion. They're fun. They are fun as fuck. Okay. And then... any more replies down here? No. Okay. So that's it for the question and answer session. If you have more questions, please feel free to drop them. There are 3 days left till Omnicells come out. I hope you guys are prepared. Now is the time to be surging all your gear, preparing, getting ready, you know, putting out video, putting your effort in, putting out videos. Sorry, that's my thing. But yes, get ready for what's coming. And if you have any more questions, ask them now. Ask them now. Okay? Now's the time to get the answers that you want. I'll be running this every single day. So you got more questions, ask. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us on this little Q&A session. I'm sorry about the ulcer in my mouth that's making it hard to talk, but I hope I was still you were still able to understand me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description of the video. If you want to send your spare change to me and keep your boy running, have him make more content faster, tip link is in the description of the video. Y'all know where it is. Y'all know what to do. Okay? Thank you all so much. Sarangeyo. I'll see you on my streams.